So one of the main things I said that could help Wuthering Waves grow, especially in version 2.0, is using collaborations and some kind of advertisement, because again, it's really helpful if companies kind of collaborate with each other, as it helps them get both exposed to more things, and Wuthering Waves have been doing that for the past couple of updates. But one thing that has kind of changed recently is that Wuthering Waves have been taking on a ton of new high profile kind of advertisements and collaborations, which actually prove how much the game has grown, as well as really helping out how the game will grow in the future, because again, partnering with some big companies is going to help them grow in player base and also obviously in revenue as well. So what we're going to be doing in this video is going through some of the huge collaborations that are going on with Wuthering Waves at the moment and talking about why they're so good for the community and also how much they've actually grown since version 1.0, because it is very exciting to see Kuro games actually stepping up their game a little bit like this, which I think a lot of players just don't really take for granted. But before I get into this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you guys do enjoy it, and also go to game service, use my code CASA where you get yourself 10% off a ton of caps and tubs. I definitely recommend going over there. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff, they've got a ton of really cool merch, and also, you know, as I said, cups, things like that. So yeah, go over there, take a look, and yeah, let's get back into the video. So this is one of the first ones that I kind of saw, which actually interested me because, again, you know that Wuthering Waves, with their collaborations, do these really cool skin type things. Now, obviously, this is for the Taipei International Game Show. Now, this is less of a collaboration in terms of like, oh, they partnered up with some big food store or something like that. This is more a collaboration which actually makes sense and could bring in a lot of players. Now, the Taipei International Game Show is a pretty big game show, which again, I'm very excited to see happening. It seems like Wuthering Waves are actually taking on a pretty big role in kind of partnering with them, with this being the first kind of marketing for it. And obviously, we've got the Rover, we've got Rocha, Carlotta, and the other Rover, you know, we've got both of them. Again, they all look really cool. I love the designs. I honestly wish all of these were skins, but again, I don't think they will be, as we've seen with a lot of the previous Wuthering Waves collaborations. But also what they got over there is some other people attending the show. I think some of these are like a mix of voice actors and other kind of celebrities and stuff like that, kind of presenting a lot of stuff to do with Wuthering Waves, which is really good. And then also we go over to some of the free stuff that they're getting, including a ton of like kind of like tickets and things like that, and different kind of merch which you can get, which is very cool. And as this person says above my head, I'm pretty sure all of these items are free, so this is a really good thing for them to be doing, especially if you give stuff out like this for free. Someone will attend the Taipei International Game Show, go there, get this stuff, because again, who's going to say no to free stuff? Bring it home and be like, oh hey, I should probably play that game. That game that, you know, I took some free stuff home for, I should probably give it a go. Which again, is going to be very cool, and hopefully a lot of people do attend the Taipei International Game Show so that it gets exposed to even more people. And I do think it's a very good idea, because obviously they are kind of targeting that audience. Obviously it is a game show, so these are going to be full of people who do like video games, rather than just doing this kind of like widespread marketing where like it will hit some people, but most of the time, you know, people won't really care. Whereas this, I feel like a lot more people would actually be interested, because they're all there because it is for video games, it is for that kind of stuff. And we've seen them do that with like Tokyo Game Show, and also with AGF in Korea. They obviously, you know, were the main sponsors of AGF, one of the biggest anime and gaming festivals, which obviously brought over a lot of players, and we saw a big increase in the Korean players coming over ever since AGF. So that's really good to see, and hopefully they do more stuff like this over in the West. Obviously, we've got quite a few pretty big, you know, conventions and stuff, especially in America. For example, like Anime Expo, you know, they got the convention in NYC, and also some other ones as well, which could really help them grow over in the West. And I feel like if they literally just opened up a booth and were just there, I honestly think it would actually help them a ton in terms of getting a lot more players. So that's really good. Now, obviously, if we go over to the next collab, which is probably one of my favorite ones so far that Wuthering Waves have ever done, is Wuthering Waves X Pizza Hut offline event details. So yes, they partnered up with Pizza Hut. Now, there is a little bit of PTSD from a lot of the Genshin Impact fans out there who, you know, remember what happened last time, you know, they collabed with Pizza Hut. It didn't go too well, but obviously I feel like Wuthering Waves probably have this done a little bit better. There probably aren't going to be any riots, and, you know, the police aren't going to have to shut down any kind of stores or anything like that. I keep forgetting, like, I think there was incidents between Pizza Hut and also KFC. I think it was like a mix of them. But honestly, it's super funny to see that happen previously. Now, obviously, we have a little bit more details on what's actually going to be going on, and they say Shanghai pop-up fun at Balian ZX and a 3D screen showcase at Wujiaochang. I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if I scuffed that completely. Wonder Plaza, which again, really good to see. We also got Guangzhou car tours and Cytic Tower light shows, which again is absolutely crazy. I don't even know how this has anything to do with Pizza Hut, but it seems like they are really going super far with this, and it seems to be a just Chinese only collaboration, so we're not going to be able to see any of this at Pizza Huts over in the US or the UK or wherever you live, because again, it is Chinese only. They say there's a 5-city store manager event, a unique experience across 5 cities, and then finally, one of the most important ones, I think, in my opinion, is they've got 109 themed stores nationwide awaiting your arrival. That's a lot of stores. Now, obviously, there's probably quite a few more Pizza Huts than that in China, but 109 stores is absolutely crazy, and that's a lot of different, stores for people to be coming in and actually being exposed to this kind of advertising. Now, obviously, it wouldn't be a Wuthering Waves collaboration without them adding skins, without them adding a kind of outfit design, and oh my god, Changli looks absolutely amazing. Holy crap. Jesus Christ. Obviously, all of these are like dressed up in like a kind of nice casual kind of stuff. And then we've got Changli here who's ready for like, a dinner party. Holy crap. Jesus Christ. But yeah, again, all of them look really, really cool. And obviously they're going to be the main mascots whenever it comes to this. Now, also what surprised me quite a bit is actually a lot of the merch coming with this kind of collaboration. Obviously, we've got like a Abby figure and things like this, which you can actually get. They did do a whole trailer on this, which was animated. Again, we can also see they've got like pictures of the characters being lit up on like big billboards, which again is really cool to see. Obviously, this is one of the trucks, I think, which are gonna drive around, which really, really cool. Again, I think this is really cool, unique advertising. And obviously here we go, we got the Jinshi on the side of the tower, which is gonna be absolutely crazy to see. I can't wait to see that and people to take some pictures of it. And then obviously you get some free kind of stuff as well, which is really nice to see. And we keep going, and then yeah, more stuff. There's just a ton of stuff for people to do. And also, as I said, they actually showed off a trailer which just kind of promoted some of this collaboration, and they're making a pizza or something like that. But one really cool thing that I found was they actually added it in game too. So if you go to like a billboard location, you can actually see this playing, and I just thought that's a really nice touch in the game, because obviously a lot of these collaborations that we see in gacha games never actually get featured in the game itself. It's usually just an outside thing. So again, I just thought that's a really cool, nice detail that they've added, and hopefully this collaboration does bring over a lot of players, because again, Pizza Hut is a massive, massive chain, and we can see that we're actually stepping up the ladder in terms of what collaborations are going on. Because before, in version 1.0 and stuff, the collaborations that were happening were a little bit, they weren't like the best. Obviously, they collaborated with r/gacha gaming. That tells you the kind of level of collabs they were getting at that time. They are really desperate for collabs, Jesus Christ. But now it seems like, a lot of big companies like Pizza Hut are actually coming to them and offering them kind of collaborations and sponsorships, stuff like that, which will obviously help them out in the long run and in terms of players coming over. And yeah, it just kind of gives them a big rapport, because obviously now they can use it for other companies being like, hey, we've worked with Pizza Hut before, stuff like that, which will obviously give them a little bit of leverage, and people will start to trust them a little bit more. Again, really, really cool. Then finally, we've got the last one, which is actually happening today. It's the Mum's Touch collaboration. Obviously, I've talked about this in a previous video, but at the time of recording, this has actually just started, which is really, really exciting to see. Mum's Touch is a pretty big Korean chicken chain, which again is really, really great to see. And obviously, it seems like they're doing some kind of giveaway events and stuff like that, which obviously a lot of people can get involved in. And obviously, yeah, I feel like this is another collaboration which works really well. Now, obviously in the future, I do want to see some other collaborations over in the West. I feel like a lot of this is very China, Korea, Japan based, which obviously is going to happen, because obviously Wuthering Waves is a kind of game, made in Asia, stuff like that. So they're going to be, more receptive to that. But I feel like, they have been, pushing this whole thing of they want to be more global. And I feel like if they really want to do that, they should release some more events over here in the West. I feel like a lot of people would actually get really involved in it, especially if you just, opened up a few things around a couple of cities. Honestly, I think that would be great. I would 100% go to it if something like that happened. It just seems like a really cool thing for them to do. So yeah, hopefully they do that. And let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Do you think they should add any kind of other advertising? What advertising would you like to see over here, or wherever you are, obviously? Because again, I really think that, it does help out. And I feel like a lot of people are missing out on a lot of these collaborative events, which obviously, is a shame, but it is really good to see that they are performing super well in the countries that they are releasing them. Yeah, as I said, let me know down in the comments about that, and also leave a like and subscribe if you guys did enjoy this video, and go over to GamerSubs, use my code KAZOE and get yourself 10% off a ton of cups and tubs. And yeah, that's about all I got, and I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.